Hi friends, welcome to my humble homestead and garden side chat. So today is a day off for me from work, but usually on those days I try to get as much done as I can, depending on how I'm feeling. Today I want to get some cleaning done. I do need to run into Fargo and get a few things that I need. I need to get my garden watered. It kept like teasing like it was gonna rain, so I'm like, please Lord, water my garden for me. But it didn't happen, so I will water today when I get back from the probably I think it's better to water when this, in the evening, so I'll do that. I'm gonna pick up some things to make some more of those freezer meals. I may do those tomorrow because I do want to do a little bit of cleaning today. So with that said, I am going to start a little bit of a series on frugal ways that we can save money by making our own products at home, as well as how much healthier they are. And I'll be testing them and how well they work. As you saw me wiping down my counter, I was using these disinfectant cleaning wipes that I made. I will link that video below. These still smell wonderful, and I use them when I'm done with these. I just took up an old towel and an old t-shirt. I cut them up and I made them in here. I shake them up. If they start getting dry, I flip it over, take them out, flip them back over, throw them in the wash, throw them back in there. If they start getting dried out, I'll make some more. But it smells wonderful just wiping it down. It's disinfected. I use these every day. The one that I just used right here, I'll just, put it on top of here and I'll use it a couple times. Like when I'm done here with this video, I'll wipe it down again. Then when I'm done, I'll throw it in the wash. I'll wash these and then I'll just reuse these. So instead of spending all that money on those Clorox wipes, things like that, that have so much toxicity in them, we can make ours here. So today, and here's that Febreze air freshener I still use too. That still smells amazing. So those are a couple that I have done. Today, I am out of glass cleaner. Whoop! I kind of washed the bottle out. So I'm going to make some DIY glass cleaner. I need some degreaser. So I was buying some natural degreaser that was, it worked fine. It wasn't, it wasn't like, but it was natural. It didn't have quite as many chemicals in it. But I'm going to try to make my own because on my fridge, the little fingerprints, and then my stove, and also, I heard you can use this on your cupboards. So I'm going to try that as well. So I'm going to make that. And then this one, I'm kind of interested to see how it works because we have hard water out here. And I get that like the rust rings or I don't know, the brown rings in my toilet bowls. So this is a DIY little homemade toilet things you throw in your toilet and you let them dissolve and then you flush. You can also put it in the, tank too. So I'm going to make some of those as well and see how those work. So if you're interested in these things, come along with me and let's make them together. All right, let's start with the window cleaner, because one thing I saw, this actually does work better than Windex, I believe. And one thing that I wanted to look up was, what is the ingredients in Windex? So I actually wrote this down. Windex, and this is according to S.C. Johnson's 2009 formula for their Windex ingredients, okay? Here it is. So water, that's obvious. Now, I don't even know if I can pronounce these. 2-hexoethanol. So we don't really want ethanol in our products, but isopropylamine. I'm thinking that probably has something to do with alcohol, which, I use rubbing alcohol. That I'm not too worried about that one, but sodium dodexabinobenzabine. No clue. Sulfonate, loramine oxide, ammonia hydroxide, fragrance, liquid sky blue dye. So I don't know about you, but I really wouldn't want to be inhaling these, using them on my skin. I don't always wear gloves when I clean. I try to remember, but sometimes I'm just rushing around, and I do. So we are going to make just a super non-toxic, easy, breezy way to make window cleaner. All it is 1 cup of water. I will probably double mine here. And I had to get my little handy dandy funnel. So I'm going to put 2 cups of water because I have a bigger bottle, but the recipe calls for 1 cup of water. I'm going to pour that right in my bottle. And I would really like to go to all glass spray bottles, but for my cleaners right now at this time, it's all about being economical too. I just get the cheap, dollar store or Walmart ones for my cleaners, and I am okay with that. I'm not ingesting them. So, all right. And then a 1/4 cup of a white vinegar. White vinegar, I tell you, is such a wonderful thing. So I'm doubling it. So I'm going to be 1/2 cup here. White vinegar is, and I found ways for my all-purpose cleaner to make it not smell just like vinegar. And I'm going to do that in my next video because I have to pick something up to use for it. Okay, and then 2 to 3 drops of dish soap. So they always say use Dawn, but I have this regular dish soap, so I'm using it. Otherwise, I use Castile soap. I actually use that in my showers. I use it for shampoo. I use it for soap. So once I run out of this, I'm going to go ahead and start using my Castile soap for my cleaners as well and see how that works. Castile soap, you can get that at Walmart. You can get it on Amazon. I buy it, on Amazon. I buy it in the 2-packs. I'm sure you can get it at Azure. So it just doesn't have like the sodium and the things. But for the small amount of, I use a dishwasher. So the small amount of cleaning, I'm fine to use. This is actually lasting me forever. So I'm just going to put this in here and I spray it. So I'm okay with that. So I'm going to do like 6 drops here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's it. We don't want to oversuds it because it's going on our windows. And that is it. Now, I used to use rubbing alcohol in mine, but so, that was also one I used to use. But this seems to just do the trick with the vinegar. So I've been using that on my windows, and my patio windows actually really need to be done. So I'm just going to shake this up, and then I let it sit so the suds can go down, and there's my window cleaner. All right, that one's done. Now, I want to do my degreaser. Okay, so let me flip this over. I have everything written down and funny. I have a notebook of all my little DIY stuff. So my sister, she would have everything on a spreadsheet, Oh, I'm sure if she's watching this right now, I know you're just shaking your head right now. But I am so not a spreadsheet person. She would be like, "Oh, I can't believe." But you know, we all have our gifts, and I just think it's funny because this is just so me. It's the way it is. So, all right, okay, degreaser. So, what? Okay, I was like, I don't even know if I have measurements for this. So I just have a smaller bottle, so we do the bottle half full with vinegar. Half full with vinegar. So we'll just do it halfway. I was like, I don't think I wrote down measurements when I do this. It's kind of how I cook. Whoop! My funnel. Okay, let's see a little bit more. Okay, so now here's the thing. The recipe says use pure alcohol. I wasn't 100% what that meant. So when you go to, I got this at Walmart. When you go to the thing, you can use, there's a couple different kinds. I got the highest strength of rubbing alcohol I could get, which was the 91%. So it seemed to work just fine. So you can, and it's cheaper. I'm trying to really cut costs, save money. So this is what I used. I use a 91%. If you want to find like the ethanol or the 100% alcohol, fine, but I'm trying to do it the cheap way. So, and it seemed to work just fine. Then you're going to pour this up till you get to the fourth of the top of the bottle left. So we're just going to fill this up. Apparently alcohol is a good cleaner. I actually had a friend years ago when I lived in the cities. I think I got a little bit too much. That's all right. She used to buy like cheap bottles of vodka. Oh, I couldn't even imagine the smell. And she said the smell went away, but and she would just use cheap bottles of vodka and she'd clean everything because it disinfected. I just can't even, I just can't even imagine the smell, but she'd spray it. She'd use it for window cleaner. She'd use it for everything. So this makes sense that in the degreaser, but honestly, I think this is the cheaper way. All right. So, and then 15 to 20 drops of essential oil. Let's pick out a scent here. Since this is degreaser, I'm going to use tea tree and orange. So tea tree, I think, would be a good one. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of orange just to kind of help that smell a little bit better. So it poured right out. Okay, then I'm going to use some orange. All right, let me shake this up here. And I always write on my bottles what they are with just a marker, and then I can just reuse them for my cleaning products. Shake it up. Let's spray this on my fridge and see how it works. I have fingerprints. All right, let's see here. Let that dry. Smells good. I keep these ones right in between here, this little ones that are hard to come out. Seems like it's working good. I'm just using a little paper towel. I usually use a cleaning cloth. All right, so I tried the degreaser on my fridge and it worked great. So there we go. So I have those 3 done. Now I'm gonna do the toilet bowl one, the toilet bowl tab. And for this, we're gonna lay them out on parchment paper for them to dry. So I'm gonna pick out some parchment paper. Just lay that out like that. And then we're gonna mix these up in a bowl, just in a small little bowl here. So this is gonna be a 1/2 cup of baking soda. This is why I buy my baking soda in bulk too, because I use it for a lot of things. Toothpaste powder, cleaner, cooking, Okay, so half a cup of baking soda. Then an eighth a cup, just an eighth a cup of white vinegar. So I will just do half of this here. Woo! Where'd that go, you guys? Chemical reaction. And then oil. We want oil. Okay, I want strong smelling for my bathroom. So I'm going to get, okay, then I'm just going to use a fork and mix this all together here. Oh, it smells really clean. Yum. Definitely going to throw one of these in my toilet before I go into town. So it is a little clumpy. It might, let me see here. If it doesn't, so we use like one of these little teaspoon scoops. Let me see if it'll, yeah, let's see. Yeah, that's how it looks, I guess. And then we just wait for them to dry. And then if they're taking too long to dry, you guys, you can put them right in the freezer and freeze them, and they will dry faster. So yeah, I guess I have to wait for them to dry. So I guess it'll be when I get back. But here they are. Look at that. Cute little things. All right. These I have not tried, so we'll let you know how they work. So let's recap here. We are trying to be healthy, save lots of money. You know, we can use that money for other things. There are other ways. I was going to try to, in each of these, give little tips as well to how to save money. So when you go grocery shopping, one thing you can do is try to buy produce that is in season. I know it's hard when you go in there and you see things that look good, you want to buy them, but do a little research and try to buy the produce that's in season. If you're not able to, you know, find a local farmer's market or a farmer in your area, those are always the best. But otherwise, find produce in season and buy more of it and preserve it. You know, you can freeze it, can it, dehydrate it. That's always a way, because then you can stock up, you can have it when you do. So that's always a way. With today's market, we need to find ways to preserve and save money. Same with meat. You know, find your meat when it's on sale. Like, you know, I just did the video on the pot roast and how many ways we can use that pot roast. I can link that below too. If you see roasts of any kind on sale, just stock up on them, and then you can, you know, use those. So do that with your meats as well. Get those when they're on sale, stock up, and then, you know, you can cook your freezer meals or things like that. So those are just some different ways we can start being more mindful of how we're spending our money, how we can save, how we can be prepared for if our food happens to have some more shortages. I mean, I'm telling you, I went to the store and the eggs there were signs saying, we're sorry, we don't have eggs. We don't have eggs at all. They did have the organic ones, which I was fine with, but we don't know what's going to happen. So let's just be wise, not be paranoid, not be in fear. I don't believe in that. I don't believe that God's given us a spirit of fear. So let's not be in fear, but let's just be wise and be prepared. You know, these are all super simple things that we can do. And they work. They work. It's not like, I'm picky. I'm not going to do things that are, I'm not going to wait. First of all, cleaning is not my thing. I don't have time. I don't have energy. If you saw, I put on my Facebook page 9 years ago, pictures of me in the hospital. So this is why I'm doing this, you guys. I'm doing this because I want to be able to do things. I mean, I couldn't clean before. I couldn't work before. I couldn't garden before and cook and travel and do the things that I like to do. So I'll put a couple pictures at the end of the video so you can see what I'm talking about. So it has been a process. You know I do let you know there are days sometimes I don't feel great, or, you know, I do rest, or, you know, I might not do as much as I want to get done or things like that. But it's a process. And these are the reasons why I'm doing this and why I share them with you, because it is possible to have a life and to live. You know, even if you are struggling with illness, or you're struggling with autoimmune disorders, or you're struggling with things, you know, in baby steps, just do little things, make little things, you know, drink more water, you know, maybe just add a couple herbs in, or, you know, I'm not saying you have to go garden, you have to grow your own food, you have to do, you know, maybe just change a couple things, you know, stop eating the processed foods. You know, that just that one little thing would be huge, you know, just so just make little slight adjustments, and it's helpful. And believe me, I understand. I'd be like, well, how can I do that when all I can do is grab a lean cuisine? You know, I get it. I was there. So that is why I'm really trying to post these and to show super easy things, super easy ways, easy convenience meals, easy, you know, because there might be a day where, hey, I can cook something, or I can throw something in a bowl and freeze half of it, you know. So that's why I really want to encourage you and to help you. But for today, this is our frugal DIY healthy, or not healthy, I just, you know, non-toxic cleaners. All right, y'all. Thanks so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button, share if you think this will help somebody else. And thanks so much for your support. I appreciate it. I love your comments. And have a great, blessed day. I will see you soon. Bye.